Hey, and welcome to the Winning Daily Show. We got a whole host of games for you today. Not as many as over the weekend, but we still got some action here today. We got some Major League Baseball. We got some tennis, both in the women's and men's. We're going to Winston-Salem for the men, and we're going to Chicago for the women. We got one last NFL preseason game for the Week 2 games, and then we got a handful of soccer to close out match day week 2, match day week 1 for those who are Serie A fans, but second week of live soccer action in the domestic leagues. So let's get into some Major League Baseball. What do we got in Major League Baseball today? We're going to ride a real stinker of a game. The Pittsburgh Pirates minus 120 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pittsburgh has been terrible. The Diamondbacks have been terrible, but the Diamondbacks are coming off a road win versus Colorado yesterday. They're coming across the country to come play Pittsburgh at home. The Diamondbacks have been really, really bad on the road. 15-47 overall on the road. So with a win yesterday at Colorado, we think they can't win 2 games in a row on the road, especially on travel. So we're going to ride the Pittsburgh Pirates, who I can't really say anything good about. They've been terrible at home. They've been terrible on the road, and they've been even worse in the month of August. But we do think they can sneak this win here. Nothing really matchup-wise. Pitcher-wise, Humberto Mejia's going with his 4th start of the year. Has not been all that good. Will Crow has pitched all season long and has also not been that good. So don't think this will be much of a game, but I do like Pittsburgh getting minus 120 at home here with the Arizona Diamondbacks coming off a road win. So let's go with the Pittsburgh Pirates and hold our nose a little bit and see if we can get any action there. Next up, we're going with the polar opposite, the Chicago White Sox versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Chicago White Sox had a tough series versus Tampa Bay. Lost 2 of 3 there. No shame there. Tampa Bay, the best team in the American League. But they go to Toronto, and Toronto has been really, really struggling here. Just got 1 win in that Detroit series. Lost 2 of 3 in that Washington Nationals series. They just really have not been a very good team right now. I think the White Sox with Lance Lynn there, the juice you're getting in this one is just, you can't turn it away. White Sox minus 115 with Lance Lynn on the hill, who's been one of the best pitchers in the American League this year with a 2.26 ERA, 1.07 whip. He's really, really pitching well. He had a bit of a bust up in his last start where he got thrown out. I look for him to bounce back here and shut down a struggling Jays team with this price at 115. Just can't turn that away. So White Sox minus 115 versus the Toronto Blue Jays on the road here. So let's look at one last game in Major League Baseball. We're going to go with the Oakland A's over the Seattle Mariners. Marco Gonzalez versus Paul Blackburn on the hill. Blackburn hasn't been great for the A's, but I think this is an easy matchup here for the A's at home. They have no real distinguishing splits, road and home, but they're coming off a poor series versus San Francisco and versus the White Sox. They need to start winning a handful of games here. The Mariners have continued their sort of okay play all year long. But this is a team Oakland will likely pick on to get some wins here, put themselves back more in safe ground, in contention in the wild card spot. So I look for Oakland to have a nice win here, definitely so. So Oakland on the minus 135 here. I look for them to take advantage of this game and win pretty well this year. They've had actually better hitting numbers versus left-handers. So if you're worried about Marco Gonzalez, Oakland's been better hitting lefties than they have been hitting righties. A higher on-base percentage, about even in slugging percentage, a higher OPS, a higher batting average. So look for Oakland to take a little bit of advantage here and take this start of the 3-game series versus Seattle Mariners. So we're going with the Oakland A's minus 135. So Pirates minus 120, White Sox minus 115, Oakland Athletics minus 135. All right, let's get into some tennis. We'll start in the ATP Tour. We got 3 picks on the men's side here. Steve Johnson minus 125 versus Alexei Poppin. Johnson here has one win over Poppin on hard court just a couple weeks ago in the Truist Atlanta. He won 7-4, 6-3, and that's why we like this one. Think there's pretty good value with Steve Johnson minus 125 here over Alexei Poppin, having they just played and he showed he could win. Poppin did have 2 qualifying wins to get in here on Winston-Salem. Otherwise, they're about even rankings-wise. One's Poppin 74, Steve Johnson 79. So really, really looking at that sort of matchup that just happened a couple weeks ago where Steve Johnson beat Poppin really pretty easily at 7-6, 6-3. So we're going with the value here in a minus 125 with Steve Johnson. Next up, we're going with Lucas Pouille versus Feliciano Lopez, minus 135. Those are fun ones to say. Really, overall, we just like Pouille here. He's got a 4-1 advantage over Lopez. Overall, 2 wins on hard, 2 wins on grass, and I just think overall, Pouille, the better player. He's proven it overall. 4 wins, 1 loss to Lopez. So if you're giving me even money odds or close to even money odds at minus 135, I'm taking the guy who's won 4 of the 5 matchups overall, all on hard and grass surfaces here. So he can play sort of on that more fast surface. It's not clay. So Pouille minus 135 over Feliciano Lopez, and Guido Pella plus 125 over Jordan Thompson. We're going against the Aussie here, basically based on Paella really playing well in that Cincinnati Masters. Won the first 2 rounds and then lost to Zerbe, who's on fire right now, and ended up winning that tournament along with the Olympics a couple of weeks ago. Thompson played in that Truist in Atlanta, lost in the quarterfinals, and then played in the Washington, D.C. tournament, lost in the first round, so then skipped the Cincinnati Masters. So just think Pella coming off a nice little run here at the Cincinnati Masters has a little bit of advantage here overall on Jordan Thompson. So Pella plus 125, pretty decent value, getting a little plus there. All right, let's go to the women. We got 2 matchups here in the women. Couldn't find a whole lot, but Serena Christie minus 150 versus, this one's going to be fun, Terezia Martikova. So Serena Christie really has not played great overall. She does have a win over Martikova, 6-1, 6-1 on clay. Other than that, she's about ranked about 20 spots higher than Martikova. Overall, neither are playing all that great. Canadian Masters, Christie lost in the second round. She lost in the first round in the Cincinnati Masters. Martikova lost in a qualifying for the Cincinnati Masters and lost in the first round to the Canadian Masters. So overall, not much to go on. Just think Christie's the better player here. She tends to win those first round matchups and then lose in the second or third round. And they've played once. It was on clay, so you can sort of wipe that out just a little bit, but it was 6-1, 6-1. So we'll go with Serena Christie. And lastly, we'll go with a little bit of nostalgia here, and Venus Williams plus 160 versus Sui Hesh. Don't know if the matchup's really much of anything. Sui Hesh hasn't won a whole lot. She played a Concord tournament where she made it to the quarterfinals, lost in the first round in the Cincinnati Masters to Coco Gauff 1 and 2. Venus hasn't played really since Wimbledon and has a lot of first round losses. Now she is a decent player on hard court, but the real thing here is Sui Hesh is 35, Venus is 41, so she's not really playing a young player who can run around her all day long, and I think she might get a win here in Chicago before she bounces out. So we're going to take the plus 160 on Venus Williams over Sui Hesh. All right, let's get to the NFL preseason. And the Jacksonville Jaguars getting +4 versus the New Orleans Saints. I kind of like a little bit of this first half, but I'm a little nervous. Maybe the Saints will make a little bit more push on offense. But I do think Jacksonville will cover this +4. I know we're getting probably a whole half out of Trevor Lawrence here, so and then we probably will get some Gardner Minshew. So I think overall, offensively, Jacksonville will play pretty well in this game, and I like that +4 in the NFL preseason game. All right, let's go to some soccer to wrap up the day. West Ham, Leicester City. Couldn't find a bet to take either team in this. This should be a really, really good game. These teams should probably be on the fringes of Champions League spots. Will definitely be battling for Europa League spots. So West Ham, Leicester City, really, really good game today. No pick other than both teams to score -160. So we like the both teams to score -160 play here. We'll move to Italy, AC Milan +220 with Oliver Giroud to score and to win versus Sampdoria. So we need Oliver Giroud to score. We need AC Milan to win at +220. This one is going to be very interesting. Sampdoria, tough place to go to win your opening game, but I think AC Milan should push at least a little bit for that Scudetto for the Serie A domestic league. Really like the pickup of Giroud. Gives him another good target man when Zoltan is not in favor of the team to play or is hurt. So really like Oliver Giroud to get off to a really good start here with AC Milan, and I like them to go in there and win. So Oliver Giroud to score, AC Milan to win +220. Really, really like that. Nice little juice on that one. 2-1 to get that one. We'll go to La Liga, Sevilla +130 versus Getafe. We're just going to ride Sevilla. I think we might be wrong on our Villarreal. 2 weeks, 2 takes, 2 0-0 draws. So we're about over Villarreal and their porous and boring play style. But Sevilla does not play a boring play style. Love Sevilla here. It's going to be a tough matchup to Getafe. They did go there and win 1-0 last year. Getafe probably not quite on regulation spots, but they will be in and down at the bottom of La Liga. So look for Sevilla to go there, win that game at +130. We also got Eric Lamela to score at +350. Really, really like this value. Eric Lamela, a guy who has a lot of talent, has not really found a way to put that talent together and play consistently, but coming off a 2-goal game, maybe this is the spot for him in Sevilla, and he finds that way to score. So we're going to ride the wave of Eric Lamela hot start and go with Eric Lamela +350 to score. Really, really good value there. And lastly, in La Liga, Osasuna -120 versus Celta Vigo. Draw no bet. Really like Osasuna here. Open it at home. Tough place for Celta Vigo to go. Celta Vigo tends to get off to slow starts and then build into their season. So I look for them to struggle again here on the road like they did versus Atletico Madrid at home. So let's go and ride the Osasuna -120 draw no bet. Protect yourself a little bit here because this does have the whiff of a draw on it a little bit. All right, that's our show for the day. Be sure to like and subscribe to all our Greenlight Network content. We got a whole lot of action coming on the preview shows. We got our soccer show on Know It All coming later in the week, and we might have some entertainment TV show stuff also coming soon. So be ready to get in on all the action. Greenlight Network, like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the content. I'm Chef Stephenfield. That's our show, and we're out.